Alright, hey, welcome to another video I'm doing on X4, and it's eerily quiet because I'm in the office on my player HQ right now. I wish they had like a radio or something, and I can play just like music, but obviously I can't play that through the video, so um, like Spotify or something. But I figured I'd talk about actually what. Let me turn off SUDA here. Actually, no, let me keep it on. Let me talk about incursions with your base. So, I've been kind of trying to go over bases in these videos, and I did a zero to hero guide, which seems like people liked that. So I'm going to try to expound on that in this video a little bit more because, there's nothing in this game that's short. And really the best is for me to show in real time how I'm reacting without mods, because once you bring in mods, um, you're going to be uh, changing the scene. I mean, I'm keeping it. I love playing with mods. If I had an option, I would absolutely be playing with mods over vanilla. But the Venture system is currently off. It's their pseudo multiplayer features, so I'm keeping at least one save here. Venture ready. Even though you can mimic ventures, it's kind of interesting to see the yellow ships kind of appearing, and I don't know. It's just kind of a little bit kind of cool to me. But anyways, what we'll be covering in this video is once you got yourself a decent station set up and you're trying to deal with uh, the inevitable Xenon and KHK um, incursions, what are you going to do about it and how can you identify it? And like right here, I've got a problem. So I could see this right now. This guy is fleeing. And I can tell you that everybody who's in the asteroid belt is going to be fleeing usually from KHK, right? Now, usually there's going to be like a KHK hive. So I took one out in Antigone Memorial. Isn't it Antigone Memorial? Actually, it might have been the Void. I'm not sure. One of these two. I took it out and it was a massive freaking hive. I think it was actually right here. The KHK hive used to be there. And if you're gonna go take out a hive, make sure you bring some big guns to do it with. So I'm thinking there's got to be like a hive somewhere around here I just have not found or I'm not aware of. But anyways, regardless, so what I'm looking at is either I'm gonna have to go hunting for that KHK hive, which I'm really not trying to do. I want to do some of the missions, start having some fun again. Instead of micromanaging all my guys, because that's basically what I'm doing right now. It's kind of a little bit boring on this when you're at this part because I've had to do a lot of hand holding on this station. Especially you can kind of see the Barbarossa got a little damaged and he's fully upgraded with Terran shielding and weaponry in support of an Asgard. But that was because I wasn't paying attention and a Xenon ship came through this gate, a K with a bunch of forces, and for some idiotic reason, your captains are stuck on stupid and won't use their as the main battery. He was like facing the opposite direction to KHK, so I teleported over to him. Make sure you got that, research teleportation. That's why it's huge to be able to just like hop in there real fast. Now I do need to get this done, but that's a tertiary sort of priority for me. I'm really not too worried about that right now. Excuse me. So what I'm doing right now, and the reason I'm sitting in the room is, um, yeah. So you can see a Xenon incursion. So they're coming in, but I'm not too worried about it. What I will do is put a defensive platform up. So we'll be covering defensive platforms, recognizing when your guys are in trouble, when they're not. So these guys are assigned as a subordinate right now to this station. And I've after the incursions, I lost one medium class ship. I was just like, that's it. I'm selling my entire medium fleet. And whenever you see this, I just usually try to check and see what his issue is. Sometimes he'll get stuck there for a while, doing a whole lot of nothing. And you just want to keep these guys moving because time is money in this. So I'll also show the makeup that I'm doing for this. Okay, so we got another problem here. So of course, here's the issue. If this guy was a medium ship, he would be so dead right now when he'd be funny. But I don't have to really worry about it too much because I've spent, not only did I buy L-class miners, I bought a high priest set with, and then on top of that, I gave them a lot of deployables, right? Like Mark II laser towers and Mark I laser towers, right? Reason being is like it's when you're at this point and you're spending that kind of money, like 10 to 14 million, we'll say tops, it's beneficial to just go ahead and spend the extra money, like 100,000, and buy the deployables for them. And keep in mind, I will show my. Let's do that right now. I'll show my setup. I wonder if my station's actually generated enough money. So I've been stealing money from the station manager because he's actually getting to the point where he's pretty profitable now. Well, fairly. I mean, this is, I'm mid game. But if we look at my stores, right, the stores here are really good. We're keeping all four Capuchon substrates up and going at one time. He's got, we're constantly having people coming in because this stock is being kept at a high level. These guys are just buying it up nonstop. And so we're fully realizing this. Now, for people that said that they're having issues finding where the Computronic substrate blueprint is at, you have to have the Cradle of Humanity expansion for one. And then two, you have two different ways of obtaining it. And I would do the second one personally. So you could just teleport over to, let me see here. Well, I think either will have it. So you could go to the Pioneers of Sagaris and look for their faction representative, which is denoted by a guy with a little crown on his head. So you got in Sagaris is where this dude is at, and he'll always be at the Space Lab at their little trade hub here. Or you could go over to, I want to say Mars. Maybe I'm wrong on that. It might be Jupiter or something. No, it's in Saturn. So in Saturn, this is where the Terran Protectorate is. So we're going to go over there and check it out. I got a ship that's stationary, so I can just teleport over there. So I'm currently in the player HQ. I don't have unlimited teleportation range right now, so do a little bit of jumping around here. So it's going to jump out of SETA. Of course, it's going to autosave because I just transitioned. So I'll go over there. I'll show you what you need to buy if you want to buy it. But I don't recommend buying it. Just steal it, and I'll teach you. I'll show you how to do that.
You really won't get far against us.
Okay, they're having issues here. They must be deploying. I bet you if I step out of here, you're gonna see. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Yeah, those are defensive drones. If you ever wanted, it's kind of cool when you hear them saying that because you can see all these bays opening. That's them deploying defensive fighters, and then they'll start a recovery operation here pretty soon. So I don't know where I'm at, but yeah, things are getting real over here. So we'll see if I can jump to this guy. No, that's still too far for me. Can I get to Sagaris? Yes, I can. Okay, and I should be able to get to Saturn from here. So we'll just pretend like you're getting it from the Terrans, because it'll be a lot easier. If you do the Terran Protectorate quest line, you'll easily be able to get plus 20 with them. And so you just will come down here, go to the representative office, and they will have the blueprints, right? But I do not recommend buying them because they're extremely expensive. If you just said, I want to buy blueprints, you would go to modules, production module, and you would be looking for Shark substrate right there. So I own it, right? And I don't have any of the other ones. I probably will just go ahead and knock some of these up for later on when I'm needing Terran stuff for myself. Right now I'm not. Now I can tell you I think this was the most expensive one, like at 12 million or at least something like that. And it's so easy to bypass that. So here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go and find yourself a pirate station. So just keep looking around. Every time you find a pirate station, when you can afford it, buy the cheapest minimum preset scout you can and just park him there so he's there for life. That way you're able to do what I'm doing right now, just basically selecting the ship and then teleporting to it. Right now I'm limited to 5 sectors, connected sectors,
Entering
jump
system.
range.
Brennan's
So I
Triumph.
don't think I'm gonna be able to get to this guy. We'll see. No, but I can get to him this if I keep, you know, janking my way over there, kinda. It's I basically got a ships parked at any, like every faction representative, or if there's a quest, a
Entering
little
system.
dude there, it's
Antigone
important.
Memorial.
I got a guy parked there, so we'll go over to this pirate base, because this one's actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is a really cool base. See if I'm
Entering
right.
system. Nobilius Memorial.
Yeah, this is one that looks like a, kind of like a helix going on. It's pretty neat. But anyways, yeah, there's a lot of these, you're gonna look for anything that's got these cross swords. It may not say pirate port, but it's, or it'll say free port, or, you know, something along those lines. But if you see the swashbuckling kind of cutlasses, you're in the right place. So now this isn't gonna be at every single one. It's just the RNG, you know, and it's not bad chances. I'm gonna show you. So you're gonna go to the trade corner now. If there's multiple docks on the station, make sure you visit each one. So we're gonna go to the first trade. There's only one here, which is really surprising. But we'll talk to
Can
this
I help?
lady.
Here you go.
Now you're gonna need yourself a bomb launcher. Whoops, bomb launcher right here. So 193,000. You know, whatever. That price will vary, but not much, right? But most importantly, you're going to want these right here. And as you can see, she's selling 3 of them. So on the free ports, they sell illegal wares. So normally you would have to like get all the stuff together and craft the bomb up, blah, 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 right? I'm not going to do that. Actually, I'm going to buy the 3 that she's got on her. I just love having them. I'm kind of broke right now because I just spent a lot of money on a fully decked out large in-card 2 Sentinel, I want to say. However you say that, but yeah, I'm buying these bomb because I will absolutely use the EMPs, right? Now the bombs are, besides the storyline, I don't know why you would use these, but the EMPs are, this is gonna save you so much money. So this, you might as well add a 0 on the end of this, and that's how much money you're saving. So it's like you're saving, yeah.
Split wish you fortune.
So here's what we'll do. We're gonna order my experimental shuttle wherever I parked it, probably over here. And I'm gonna tell him to, you know, I actually need to pick up some of the other silicon carbide. Here we go. All right, so we'll just tell him to fly and wait right there. All right. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna teleport back to the base. Which, oh, I can actually make it. If it's your base, you can just teleport to it without a ship being there. And when the door opens, if it's your PHQ, you'll be looking on one of the areas that you can go to in the elevator, and you know, then you can just smile when you can see the purple of your office. Because if you could just go sit at the desk, get in the SETA, open the map, shift 4. Jump into SETA. Now, I like to keep the property tab open so I can see if any of my guys are in danger. I don't really care too much about these ships because these are all, the majority of these guys are all just parked. Anywhere as you see like a real janky dude with a hourglass symbol, he's just parked doing a whole lot of nothing. What I'm really kind of looking at are these guys. I'm a little bit babysitting these guys until, because you're looking at, until I get more ships on hand. But once I have enough of the L-class ships, they'll be able to kind of augment each other or split the enemy's attention up a little bit more. But right now, that's a huge investment. You're looking at maybe 12 to 14 million on average. Okay, so that's why I wanted to do that. So he's already all the way down here. Ship's insanely fast, by the way. Yeah, that was. I'm not surprised I can't teleport all the way there. So okay, let's do the jank a little. The jankified dance a little bit more here. I can get to this one. Yeah, I can get to this guy. And then I can get, I might be able to get 2 of them from here, actually. Yeah, I can get 2 of them from here.
Pegasus. Sentinel.
So you've got your bomb launcher,
Entering
you found a free
system.
port,
Seek
you've gotten
errors.
yourself EMPs, right? Now what you're gonna do is look at the station that you want. So in this case, I'm trying to, where is it? Yeah, just open the map up since I'm apparently blind.
Silicon
Hit
carbide.
T on that target, it's up here. Alright, so that's an E up here. I don't have that. Maybe I'll jack that too, I don't know. Alright, so that's a silicon carbide factory right there. Way I can tell, you could go shift 2, go in the scan mode, get right up on them, and it's going to tell you right here, silicon carbide mill, right? I'm going to jump out of this, sit a little bit back, hit the backspace, so I'm fully cutting throttle, right? Control D, get up. Now, if you're in your shuttle, here's a little just pro fun tip. Make sure your guy doesn't have an order to go somewhere, because then you're going to get out in your spacesuit and your dude's just going to dip. You know, so if you see a line coming off the shuttle, just right click on it, or you could just click the shuttle, right click, and say remove all orders. Like you could see he had an order to go there, he would have flown over here the moment I got out. Now he's just gonna sit by doing that. But you can't do it when you're in the seat.
Experimental shuttle.
So if you're wondering why, if you're in the pilot seat and you're right clicking your ship and you can't see remove all orders, it's because you're the pilot, so you need to get out of the seat and then give the command. Alright, so we're gonna come over here, get in our spacesuit. Okay. And, now actually what you want to do is kind of look at your sensor, and I would absolutely save your game for 2 reasons before you go to do what I'm about to do. One, you never know, the surfaces are kind of janky in this game in terms of when you fire a bomb and you cause, what we're basically going to do is fire an EMP. And it's going to cause a electromagnetic pulse. It's going to damage the electronics in an area, creating like 3 to 4 signal leaks. One of those leaks will be the blueprint always for this, but there's a big but to that. You have to have the research done for production module hacks. So make sure you get these knocked out of the way for Bosota. Really, really easy. You shouldn't have too many issues with that. But if you do, just buy let's say Bozota is not getting the stuff he needs, use one of your trade ships, even a medium ship. That's what I used, a medium ship, to knock all 5 of these hacks out. I just manually looked for the goods and sent the ship out, manually queued it all up and did it like that. But you're gonna need a production module hack. Do yourself a favor, get the storage module hack, get the mod, all these. You're gonna save yourself tens of millions, right? You just need access to a pirate port where you can buy the EMPs from. So anyways, the next part about this is you've got the thing. You can only get blueprints, I think, for the DLCs you own. I own all the DLCs, but anyways, let me save this. Now the next thing you're going to want to watch for are cops, right? Because obviously they're not going to take too kindly to you, EMPing their station, right? Now they probably will yell at you anyways, but if the cops are near you, they're definitely going to yell at you, and they're definitely going to shoot and try to kill you, right? So just keep that in mind. So you can have one, let's say you've got a full complement. You got your repair beam, you got your bomb launcher, and you got your blaster. 1 is the blaster, 2 is bomb, 3 is the repair laser. I think I want to say it's K. Yeah, K will switch between different types, and you can just tell, right? Electricity coming off of it means it's going to create an EMP. I shoot this, it's going to go boom, right? Well, they both go boom, but you get what I'm saying. Wherever it's going to look weird when you launch the bomb out. It's going to go out at a curve. And I'll warn you ahead of time, if you're shooting it at a wharf, do yourself like a favor and not aim at, let's see if I can see a wharf from where I'm at. Oh, that's one here, but there's like a force field, right, to keep the atmosphere inside. If you fire it at that, it'll stick to the force field, right? So you just shoot it, make sure you're shooting it at the hull, and keep in mind if it's got a curvature to it, you're more likely than not gonna have problems scanning it. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second here. Actually, let me see if I can purposely screw it up. I'll see if I can find like a real janky surface to fire it at so you can see what I'm talking about. Like, maybe right here would be a good spot. This is an angle and we've got like a separation there in the geometry, so we hit spacebar, you're gonna see it kind of go out, but it's gonna go where my cursor's at. So boom, and it's gonna go try to, right? So it was trying to make it there, so boom, stuck there. Now what you're gonna do is look around, make sure there's no cops. Now the cops will look like your spacesuit, but they'll have like a little like they'll be filled in a little with like a little dot in the middle. You'll be able to tell. And if you target them, it'll say like, you know, Argon Police Force or Terran Police Force.
Spacesuit EMP.
So where you triggered the EMP bomb, boom, and then you can see it just made a bunch of scans, right? Now the station may or may not yell at you. I would just get in and do what you gotta do, right? Like it's not a big issue.
Stop that criminal.
Now you just need to get about this close. We can see here I got a commission. So some of these will give you like permanent discounts or trade partner agreements and all sorts of crazy stuff. I mean, if that's your thing. But we're just looking for the schematic. Okay, so that one's not it. So of course it's got to be the last one, right? I mean, you gotta get right up to the pulsing part of it, the red part. Okay, there you go. Unlocked blueprint silicon carbide production. Okay, so that cost me a whopping 100,000, and what was it? She was like charging me like 3 million or some ridiculous amount. So I could go ahead and EMP and get this pure if I wanted, but I've already got the hexadox sphere, or pure sphere. It's all good. I cannot. Alright, let's get to our shuttle, and there is, I might as well get the rest of them while I'm out here, if I'm being honest, like why not? So I can keep kind of showing you what, and hopefully maybe you'll hear the police or station manager get angry at me, so I can kind of show you what you need to do in that situation. So we got silicon carbide, this won't probably have MREs, Captain Obvious is going to say, so I might as well just go over here and grab that. That's an MRE production facility right there. I can tell from just looking at it. Yes, I'm lame. And that's a protein paste factory, so I can get 2 blueprints right here. As long as I don't see any cops on my scanner, so we'll just cut thrust right around. Well, ooh, this one's interesting. I can see how that could really piss you off. Yeah. Apparently I'm flying great today. Alright, so scanning it, once again we can see that's the farm. And down here should be protein paste, which is basically like, hilariously enough, like a bunch of cow pastures or something. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe that's soybeans. I don't know. So that's the... Okay, so it's not showing the modules. So that's the MRE. Just trust me, I guess you need 3 rotating cylindrical drums for creating food or something, but and it needs the protein though, right? So that's kind of like the logic chain for that. It's super simplistic, trust me, compared to like other races where it's like they need spices and, you know, space weed and all sorts of other junk. Like the Terrans, just everything about them is simplistic. So we're gonna jump out right here. I already know that this guy doesn't have any orders, so I'm not gonna check. Don't click right away, otherwise he's gonna initially do the sir thing, and if you click on him, you'll open up the dialogue screen and be like, oh man, come on dude, no, I don't want to talk to you. So we're gonna get a little closer here. See, it says MRE production. This is something I'm eventually gonna need anyways, so make sure my bomb launcher, I've got 3 of them left. I have 5. I don't see any cops around me. Doesn't mean that the station guy is not going to yell at me. And it doesn't mean that after he yells at you, you won't have cops come in to check the area out. Because think about it, it's a station, you just got EMP'd. It's not like they're not going to know that you just blasted an EMP off. Somebody looking out the window is going to be like, oh, what's that guy doing out there?
Farm.
It looks like I didn't get yelled at, which is good. I plan on doing it again. Looks like we got 4. See how that one's screwed up and into geometry? That's gonna happen. Well, I don't know, it might be. Sometimes they'll get stuck in there. If it does, don't sweat it, man. Just know that, you know, there's gonna be a way to do it. Okay, so what do we got? Commission unlocked. Okay, great. It's gonna be the last one we got. Okay, sometimes you just don't get anything. But it's been my experience, once you have the research unlocked on how to get the stuff, you'll always get it from one of these. I'm gonna go ahead and scan this other one, even though I just unlocked it right there. That wah 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 you heard was like an illegal dude. Permanent trade subscription. Yeah, that's cool. Alright.
Experimental
Oh,
shuttle.
that's right. I want to get the whatever this is down here too. Oh, good God, it's so weird, man. Because when you're in a ship, you don't realize just how massively huge some of these structures are. So the distances will throw you off. Like this is actually a little ways down, and I'm going at 35 meters a second. So I don't know what that translates to if you were to figure out kilometers per hour or miles per hour, but I'm cruising along and I'm still taking a while to get down here. Alright, we're gonna cut our thrust right here. Fire out our friendly neighborhood EMP.
Spacesuit EMP.
Do that.
We cannot tolerate your actions.
Oh, she didn't like me doing that twice. That's cool. Alright, I won't do it again here. I didn't take a rep loss for that though, so if I do it again, I probably would get right up on these things. We got the blueprint, but I'm just gonna go ahead and scan all these, because why not? There's no cops on me or anything, so. Oh, there's gonna be one of these. Oh my God, yeah. That's what'll happen. You'll start hitting like you'll be like, wait a minute, I'm not even hitting the thing, and it'll piss you off, and just know that that's what it is, and you just suffered from the jank. So, you know, reload your save and shoot your bomb at a different spot or move along. Okay, now I get the happy, fun part of flying a kilometer away. So yeah, I just got, what, 3 of them that fast and saved myself millions and millions of credits. But I do need one more, and I think that's, I got silicon carbide, so I need metallic microlattice, and then I think I basically got all their production blueprints. And that's going to lead me into another part. We'll be talking about station defenses. You're going to need turrets, and you can only populate on your stations the turrets that you buy the blueprints for, right? So, yeah, we're going to have to do that too. So let's go over here. Microlattice factory, that's nice and convenient. We'll just start guidance there. Turn on lazy pilot, and for doing that, I'm gonna probably rob this guy. He has to hate me, man. After all the money I just non-stop steal from him. Jack him for, and I mean, his stores are pretty topped. He's keeping this thing fully going. I mean, yeah, we were super good. I can easily take it. He's at the point now where he's just a money generation machine, and I can keep making him even more effective. Probably one more cycle, I would say, on the like 3-to-1 L-class ships, and I'll be good to go. Oh man, I better take over. Bad thing about the autopilot is it'll see that you're about to hit an asteroid 9 out of 10 times. The other time it'll literally say autopilot epically failed, which is pretty funny. But thing is just insanely fast, man. It's like 8,000, over 8,000. I should have put it over 9,000 just so it could be memed out, right? Okay. Yeah, it's just stupid how fast this thing is, but and its acceleration is fast. I mean, it boosts fast. It's yeah. This is a ship you want to use for just exploring. Okay, so there's our micro lattice factory. Actually, I'm gonna get right up on it. Yeah. Make sure this guy doesn't have any orders.
Sir.
Sir. Okay, yeah, so you can see I've got some issues going on here with Xenon coming in. And that's something that I'm going to have to address, because apparently my defensive fleet is firmly have their heads just like rammed up the rear ends or something. I don't know what's going on. It's really annoying, but yeah.
Experimental shuttle.
Focus on this first. So I'm gonna get this last blueprint. Chomp.
Spacesuit
Yeah.
EMP.
Good. No cops. Like it's almost guaranteed if you're in Argon space doing this that you're gonna get the cops all over you. Then again, that might be that I was at their faction capital, so that might have had something to do with it. So we got here. The EVing can be, it's just another aspect of the game, right? You have a little fun with it. Oh my god, serious? Okay, and just like that, I've got all the infrastructure stuff that I'm ever gonna need. Mainly, I think I still need medical, actually. I need their medical spot. Permanent trade subscription, alright.
Experimental shuttle.
Yes, the EMPs are worth their weight in gold, man. Like, they're really, 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 really useful. And for some reason, it blows my mind they're not illegal for you to have on you. So like when they stop you, the cops stop you, you're not going to be like, they're not going to be like yelling at you. Free rep from that. Okay, so I think I'm going to tell this guy to return to base. So let me get out of the pilot seat actually.
Experimental shuttle.
And I can issue commands to him, so I'll just be like, dude, let's go over here. Whoops. There. Experimental shuttle, right click here and say dock and wait. And alright, so now I've showed you how to get the blueprints easy, right? But unfortunately, I don't have the blueprints for weapons, right? So I'm gonna have to talk to the Terrans and be like, "Hey guys, buddy, pals," because you can't EMP those. You can't get the blueprints for those things. You gotta talk to the faction representatives, unfortunately.
Entering system.
Oop.
Sigaris. Entering.
And
Thanks for your help.
hey, no problem, buddy. The Terran representative faction rep. Got it in front of everybody waiting in line.
Hello there.
Hi. I'd like to buy a blueprint for weapons. So, nope, not defense modules. I'm sorry, it would be under equipment, and we're gonna look at turrets. Now the L class, I'm not with the Terrans. I don't use their beams for my defenses on my station. What I'd like to have is their beam turrets though. So this guy right here, absolutely. Let's see what else. Shield generators. I mean, it sucks, man. Like you're gonna eat like a lot of cash here, but you're gonna want. I mean, nobody beats the Terrans. Their shields are the best in the game, so you're gonna want to buy their shields. Unfortunately, I can't afford them right now, so that sucks. But what about drones? learn how to make these 3 boys right here. Yeah, why not? Why not make all these? Yeah, confirm.
Good luck out there.
Thanks. Alright, so and I'm basically gonna have to
Entering
jack
system.
money from my
Lennon's
station
trying.
manager again, to get the. But I think I'm going to have to. Let me go visit this guy over here. Oh no, can't make it that far here. Hang on. Kind of weird trying to figure out the logic here on these, like where you can jump, like how far you can get sometimes. It's so nice when you finally are not restricted. You can just go to any ship in the or any station in the game.
Entering system. Antigone Memorial.
All right, should be able to get to here now.
Entering system. Argon Prime.
Easy peasy. We'll be able to see how much. I probably don't have enough, but I just want to see how much the large plasma turrets are going to be. I like them because they hit hard, and that's my anti-capital ship defense right there. So the medium lasers are going to be more than enough to lock down fighters and whittle them down. Maybe a bolter if I really, I don't know. Feel like it, I guess. Equipment, turrets, plasma. Oh, hey, that's cheap as can be. Like, everybody is super cheap compared to the Terrans. They're like, oh, what? Yeah, no problem, man. There you go. Terrans are like, oh yeah, your firstborn child, your first 3 space stations, like 200 hours of your life. Okay, so yeah, that plasma turret's gonna work just fine.
Good luck out there.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Now what we'll do is we'll teleport up here, so I can just once again teleport to my own station. I don't have to target a ship, and
Entering
fortunately I'm
system.
looking at the dock
Heretics
right
end.
now, so that was awesome. But let's go to the personal office. Okay, so now I still need money to afford the shield emplacements for my defensive platforms. So we're just shift 4, speed things up. My Incartudo, whatever thing is doing a whole lot of nothing. And he needs to actually transport the very thing I'm making, which kind of sucks, but let me see. Transfer wares from here. Yeah, I have to jack some of that. Let me see how much I actually need. Is this station up here I'm trying to build an admin center onto right now. And yeah, it's just not working out. Build, see what he needs. Silicon carbide. Nope. Contract substrate. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I'll just look at his trade offers then. He needs, okay. I don't know what's going on there, but did somebody bring silicon carbide all the way over here? That's pretty cool if they did. Oh, I didn't look at the build. I'm an idiot. You look at the trade officer build storage. So you need silicon carbide and gravity substrate. Yeah, 422. Oof. Okay. That's expensive. That's a lot of money I'm gonna be losing on this little fiasco, but I don't even have, oh, I do. No, I don't. Those are energy cells. Got all excited for no reason. Like, oh, I got plenty of silicon carbide here. Actually, I don't have any silicon carbide right now. I'm checking substrate, I mean. Transfer wares. Oh, okay, there we go. Hey, 196. I might as well like get it on the ship right now because it'll sell if I don't. And then silicon carbide will be a lot cheaper. The computeric substrate's just ridiculously expensive. So I'm probably 422 would probably be I don't know, 6 mil, something like that. But by providing it, I'm actually going to be able to. I just thought about that. I don't need to pay um, these. I probably have this guy. Yep, I've got this money set aside for him, so I can just go ahead and say, yep, no, you don't need any cash for building, because I'm just going to provide all the silicon. I'll just have my own transport do all the everything this guy needs. So I'm kind of saving money. Well, I'm not kind of. I am. We just kind of do this, and then we'll be getting into the defensive part next. So I'm going to need cash to do that, but I'm also playing the game at the same time, so also trying to keep an eye on these 4 dudes. All total, I'll probably throw another 8, same setup, 3-to-1 ratio. I'll throw 3 more minerals and 1 more gas at it, but, you know, money. Wares, check all that. We're gonna still need more. Station manager's hating me right now. 422. This is a Sentinel. The Sentinels are just ridiculous. This ship's got so much cargo space. 54,000 cubic meters of storage space in this thing. It's just mind-numbing. It's a lot. All right. Let's jack some more of this stuff. Okay, there we go. And then I need, I don't know how much silicon carbide. I don't think it's that much. Let's see. Trade offers. Build storage. I need 866. That's not too bad. So let me grab the in Carcatura, whatever. To that. So carbide no. Trade with, and I need whatever. 850 sounds good. Let's do it. Just gonna go ahead and tell them to transfer wares here with building storage. Support 22. Exactly what you need, buddy. Now, whatever, I'll just give them all that. Okay. Oh, good. That sucks. Okay, so I need 867. Got that now. So I'm going to go into his information panel and amend that trade right there. So silicon carbide, and then it's all about. Let's just remove that order. Okay, so if I'm right, he should have he's got silicon carbide in his, or contract substrate in his old. Okay, cool. So he's still selected, so I can just right click here and say trade with and get the proper amount. I'll just buy all theirs, whatever. And it's not that expensive. Transfer it with build storage. Done. And I'll queue up his commands, so I'm gonna tell him like, chill over here, I guess. I'll use them more later. Hit escape, so he's no longer selected, and now I'll let him do his little thing. And now that he's doing that, it'll get it'll enable me to build the admin center here, which will, basically it'll control the sector for me, and then I can do the boron quest line that I've been waiting to do. Alright, so anyways, let's get on to stealing money from the station manager. So if I look at the logical overview, so I'm just gonna let some time pass, because I think it was like 10 mil or some ridiculous amount. I'm gonna need a lot of money, so this guy's absolutely gonna hate me. But if we might as well look at the logic overview again on that. So Come down to the transaction log. This is where the other day I was talking about. You can tell healthy stations um by not having, a greedy owner constantly stealing the money from them. But no, on a serious note, anytime that as long as that plot graph is following like a trajectory going up, right? So it might not be like a straight perfect line, but this line would be going like that. So it's got a growth rate and it's smoothing. So the dips are smoothing. So it means he's reached the point where he's not having to purchase as much import wise between him selling off goods. So, and then anytime he buys goods, his account is going up, right? So this is healthy. This is what you should be seeing. This kind of dip is a little bit alarming. That would be like, not too bad, but it's something you might want to look at and see why that was happening at that time. And I would probably hazard a guess that if I looking at this is during the time span when I got rid of my M-class miners. That would seem to probably correlate pretty well. Um, and then he sold off some cryptonic substrate and then was refilling cargo and then sold some more, getting higher than the previous peak. So that station's growing. That's good, right? And eventually get to a point as you're tweaking it and providing him with mining ships that, it's the smoother this looks with a slight, it's always going to go down a little and then he'll go up. And then it's go over, down a little, and then he'll go up, right? So as you can see, he's slowly rebuilding the money I just ripped off from him. So, and this is pretty slow for me, man. I'm used to like later in the game when you get like your own shipyard, you're gonna just be making just so much money. It's gonna be ridiculous. You're just gonna be throwing money, burning it. There's him purchasing and then instantly making money. Yeah, his stores are high. It's way more than enough right now to keep this going. So what will I do? Here's my plans. I'm gonna go ahead and hazard a guess from experience playing this game, knowing what's going on. I think I can get away with probably 6 Comptronic substrate factories and then 1 set more of miners. So that means that 3-to-1 ratio of 3 mineral and 1 gas, and I can then probably get 6, maybe 7, and then this will be going, and he will rarely have to import anything and keep this constantly, all 6 or 7 of them going, and I'll even be selling more, and I'll be importing less, which means his account is just gonna, go, 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 go. Like he's gonna be making lots and lots of money. And then that money will roll over towards me building, saving up actually for the blueprint for the shipyard, because you can't buy those. The wharves, the shipyards, all that stuff, the maintenance yards, you can't buy those or EMP them. They're the only ones you can't EMP. You used to be able to a long time ago, but not anymore. So probably because that's in game level stuff. Like you get to that point, it's pretty crazy. Now you can make templates of state like factories. Like it would probably be smart if I was to have a diverse portfolio right now. Like maybe not just rely on one factory to make money. I can insert myself into probably smart chip production, and because everybody always needs smart chips, hull parts, engine components, weapon. I could make a factory of just ship component parts and probably make a killing. And then probably actually that's the smart thing to do. Like build up an infrastructure of weapon component shield, like one station can offer, to rule them all, that offers all these different components in a spot that they're going to need of that stuff. And then eventually you'll just add your shipyards onto it, right? Because now you got the infrastructure to build the ships. It's all right there. You got your shield stuff, weapons, hull, engine, you don't need to outsource it. So I'm just gonna let this guy keep doing his thing here for a little bit. And we'll talk about, so if we look at this, if I go on the plan build, now I only have one defensive platform on there. I think, no, I've got two. Now every module also can hold turrets, right? Now because I didn't have any turrets, I think, I don't know if they give you any starting off. Let me look. You can look by just clicking on, let's say, a production module, going to edit, and then you can look at the hard points. And no, I did not have any. So I don't even have shield generators yet. So all I got are M class beam turrets, Terran turrets, and then I got the Argon L class. But you can throw them on, so you know the production modules and storage modules and habitat. I don't know if the habitat rings have them. I don't think they do actually. They might have shields. It's like habitation modules. Yeah, see, I can't edit it, so I can't add any. There's no hard points to slap anything on, but dock modules don't have them either, but defensive modules absolutely do. And here's why I like the Dusty. So you can see it's just like, holy crap. Like, except for the inner part of these things where their shield is at, kind of. Like, wow, that's crazy. It would be even cooler if they put the shield like down in the middle of this like thing. But it's like no matter any direction you come at this, you're going to be getting shot. You can mitigate that from like coming from one angle, you know, but you're still, you know, as far as the AI, they're going to be boosting and flying all around and just giving your guns a merry old time, just blasting them out of the sky. So the bridge that this is the Terran disc defense. The Argon is really good as well. Argon bridge defense platforms, and they're smaller than this actually. This has got a little bigger of a footprint. And it also takes carbon, you know, capturing substrate and all that good, happy, fun stuff to make. But when you're making that stuff yourself, you don't need to worry about it. Actually, I might expand this now that I have those. I just thought about that. Why am I being an idiot? All right, let me click off this. Yep, yep, that's cool. Let me cancel any changes. So it would probably be smart of me to expand my storage out. You know, one thing at a time though. Nah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until I can actually afford the turrets and everything. The blueprints for the turrets. Because what I was just thinking is I might as well just make this my Terran production facility, which is what I usually do. And that would incorporate me putting silicon carbide and metallic microlattice on here. And then while I'm at it, I might as well increase the workforce. And if I'm going to do that, I might as well provide MREs, which means I need to provide them with protein paste. See where I'm going? It's like down the rabbit hole sort of thing. I still need to get the medical supply thing, and then I'd have a fully closed loop system. Like I wouldn't have to import food, they'd be making it right on station, everything would be all covered. That's argon. I don't know. I don't think they eat argon food. They might, I guess. I don't know. I don't think they do though. Alright, so let's look. Oh, hey. Through the oh, he's getting kind of low. I won't steal all his money. Be nice. Let him have enough to keep making us some cash here. Two freighters inbound, so that's about 7 million. This station should be by now. I think that Incar Plupa ship. Oh, he's just docking now. Are you kidding me? Am I even in SETA? Yeah, I am. Wow, these ships are so slow. Yeah, well, at least this guy's building now. Yeah, for. And then what'll happen is because that's a command and control center, it's going to do a check. The game will go, hey, is anybody else throwing down a defensive thing here? And if you do, you're going to declare war with that person because you're basically contesting the zone for control. I'm going to be, since there's nobody else, it's white, right? The border is white, so it will turn to my faction color, which is like just that green, that same green color as your ships. I'll have this area, and I'll be super happy about it. I mean, I've got such an underdeveloped player HQ, it's not even funny. Actually, it is funny. I'm just basically slapped a Terran admin center on there, and that's it. I don't even have like any defenses, nothing here. There's not even a fleet to protect the place. Bozo's just there hoping for the best. Things go sideways, which they probably will rather than later, but yeah, we'll just I'm basically just talking right now because I'm just waiting for, more money. So you can see, now that I've focused on getting money, for a long time I was sitting at like, I don't know, 8 million, 10 million. Now that I've focused on making money, it snowballs really fast, right? Um, but it takes a lot of hand holding, and that's why I like doing these videos to talk about stations, because stations can be so confusing that it can frustrate people, especially with complex factories, right? Meaning, like, let's look up at, I had to do this actually for a quest chain. I was going to get rid of it. I'm still kind of undecided if I'll tear it down. Where am I looking for? Bergen Prime. So this factory here, I hate this factory. Yeah, I had to build this as part of a storyline mission. But this is just as janky as you can get. Small little tiny plot. But I had to build 2 hull part factories. Well, here's the problem with that. If we look at the flow chart here, my hull parts require energy cells. Oh, that's no problem. I'm making them. But they require graphene and refined metals. Uh-oh. I have to import those. I'm not making them on site. So now that requires ships to bring these in for me to even be able to make my hull parts, right? And then those refined metals, I better hope that that station that they're being, that there's not like a shortage of that. Because if there's a high demand, I might be sitting here with a station that can do absolutely nothing, because that's why it's smart to close loop your system up. Meaning your miners just have to go out and mine the infinite number of resources that are out there and bring it back, and then you're able to process it all the way to your end product, whatever that may be. That's why it's always smart to do that. Ooh, what's going on? No idea. Okay. Sounded important though. Oh, see how it turned green? This is my territory now. So now I can actually police it, right? Even though it probably wouldn't be a good idea with a bunch of pirates in the area and I really have nothing to defend myself. But yeah, I think you can tell your police authority. You can decide what is illegal in your area. You can tell your cops like what they do with the illegal goods. Do you blow them up? Do you confiscate them? Or AKA procure them for other use. It's so cool. We got our drone situation all worked out finally. Yeah, I'm just waiting for more money to steal from the station manager. It's gonna take a lot of money, like serious lot of money, to get L class B. No, M class. I don't even know, man, what I'm getting right now. I have no idea. Oh no, I've got the turret situated. I need the shields. So actually, maybe I have enough for shields right now. Go ahead and give that a look. I actually do have enough for that. Here. And you may find there's all sorts of ways to
Argon Prime.
make money in this game, right? Like, you may find that you just like to trade, or mine, or maybe you're not looking into empire building, you just want to fly around and have fun, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? Just creepily teleport on behind these guys.
Entering system. Get
Like,
Sofune.
when did the boss come on the ship? Alright, so I think I'm cool enough with these guys. No, I'm not. I know I'm not, but still teleport down here. The Terrans, like, it's just ridiculous. Like, my rep with them
Entering system. Sigeris.
is maxed out, well, plus 20, because
Entering system.
their
Sol.
main the quest line you do for them gives you so much rep. It's mind numbing. Alright, anyways. So I can afford these. ridiculously overpriced shields, the Terran. Yeah, I'd like to get some shield generators. She starts laughing maniacally. Mark III? Huh. Oh look, I can't afford that one. So I need 7 mil for that, huh? Okay. Whatever, lady.
Good luck out there.
Yeah, I'm gonna need it, right? The rates you're charging. Um, it's like it's just for the blueprint. It's like, damn, lady. He'll never see like 19 mil. He will eventually, but right now I'm more inclined to steal.
Awaiting orders.
Hey, so about those blueprints, just got some money wired over. Whoops. And really would like to get that Mark III class shield generator from you. Oh my god, it just hurts. Oh,
Good luck out there.
Yeah, uh-huh. Alright. Well, now I can actually start doing station design, but
Entering
you
system.
might see where there's a
Sicaris.
slight kind of flaw with my plan here. And that's that, their freaking shields are expensive, man. Like, I'm gonna have to pay
Entering system.
a lot
Antigone Memorial.
out of my own pocket. Well, not out of my own pocket, but out of my own profits to
Entering system.
do it. But at least
Argon
now I
Prime.
have the ability to actually build defenses now, turrets on everything.
Entering
And it's
system.
gonna be
Heretics
cray
end.
mode, like how much this is gonna cost, because none of my production facilities have anything on them at all, like nothing. So this is gonna be a huge money dump, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, so if we come down here, I could have just opened up the property tab, did this a lot easier, so I'll just do it like this. Let's go to plan build. So now, depending on how big the factory is when you're revamping it, this is where it can really start to get pretty costly. So I might wait. Actually, I'll show you how to do it, but I might wait to pull the trigger on that because I think it would be smarter to increase production, his ability to make money, right? Before I do this, because why spend money on all these upgrades and everything I'm going to have to do when I could be busy saving money to make more money to roll into my company, so, or the station. But basically what you would do is just go back through everything. It sucks, but you'd have to go through every single thing and then, you know, modify every freaking hard point, right? So I'd have to go boom, 2, 1, luckily, okay, that one's done, yay. And I gotta make sure you push the slider over because there could be multiple entries on a spot. Frequently there are. Now, the good news is you could say, save this as a loadout for this factory type, right? So that way in the future you can just hit the drop down and say, bink, you know. I'm kind of curious actually. Let me see what happens if I. So I'm sure I want to discard them. So if I click on this and I say high preset, well, just go with, it's going to go with the best. There you go. So it'll populate everything. I will tell you to make sure you look at this little line, the white line underneath. If it's not reaching the end, it means it didn't populate all the spots. This will happen sometimes. I don't know if it still does, but it was a bug where when you would see, like, let's say slot 3 wouldn't have 2 turrets, it only populated one of them. So yeah, just make sure you got that. But if let me just do one module. So I'll show you how ridiculous this costs, how much this is. So if I say that, it's gonna tell me that, it's not gonna tell me anything. That's fantastic. All right, great. But it is gonna put, you sure you want to discard? No. What? Oh, confirm module changes. This is where the price. Okay, 0. Bink. Uh-oh. 1.9 million for one little Computronic substrate. Medium turrets, by the way. So yeah, that sucks. But you know, that's why I'm not going to focus on this, because by the time I would be done, like, arming this entire station up, it would be in the tens of millions easily, which could have easily been the money that I put into the rest of the mining fleet I need for this and expansions on the base. Like, yeah, no, I'm not going to do that right now. I mean, I'll keep that. That's fine for now. Not gonna. I just won't put any money in the. Oh, I guess I'll put money in the construction budget. Screw it. Got the money on me. So there we go. Accept estimate. Just cry inside slightly. But I mean, I'm still. But you can see here. Here's a Hokkaido miner. Is that Hokkaido too? Good God, these are the other ones that are huge. The space on these. I know it's massive. Or really, you're not going to tell me how big it is? Okay. It's not going to give you individual specs, but if you know, I could just go down here and be like, hey, I want to buy a ship from you. Just so happens to be the Hokkaido. And we can see that even that, well, no, that's, they don't even have the same size. And these things are insanely expensive. Like, if you do a high preset on these, good luck. 17 mil. That's about like 5 mil more than the Sentinel that can carry more. But you get the benefit of the shields. Like, that's probably what's costing so much, the turrets and the shields. So if you were to remove, say, the large or the turrets from this thing, and then go arm it at like an Argon space yard, you would save a lot because you wouldn't be paying for the Caputronic substrate, which is absolutely jacking the price on anything tearing up. Also, the Pyramids have a better engine than the Terran, so you wouldn't want to go with, you know, say the real expensive engine, although there's not a lot of options here. But yeah, this thing is, yeah, just say no. So yeah, at this point, like, there's not a lot of, you know, at this point, it's kind of like, this is one of these things where go watch some Netflix for a while, have some fun, do whatever. You're not, well, I'm not even in SETA mode. Like, if you've got your SETA drive and you got a couple defensive fleets up, all you really need to do is have this open, right? And just pay attention to babysit the ships every now and then, see if they're having issues. If they're having issues, identify what the problem is. So obviously my guys have started to pepper this entire area with laser towers. So it's going to help with them defending themselves. That's why I gave them those consumables, right? So when I went over to, I don't know if I actually showed that yet. Let me do that. So if I go to, let's say, where I've been buying my ships, which is from the Antigone Republic and Antigone Memorial, because they're the guys that have the super cool Sentinel ships that can carry insane amounts. So if we look at my this and I go to the, well, I call it the gas hopper or whatever. If we look at a high preset, right, you'll see that the consumables aren't there, right? Like you and not only that, but it doesn't even give you the full 10 drones that you could have. And you're like, wait, then isn't it supposed to be the best I can get? So I altered that. So if you look at mine, basically all I did was make sure you know, I don't know what I did. I think I gave him like an extra collector drone, because why not? And repair drone or something like that, defense drone. And then I gave him more, well, not more, I gave him towers. So this guy literally has 30 towers. To me, that's worth its weight. Like, the more trouble they get in, the more they're going to be deploying these things, and it's not like they explode over time. So, you know, that's absolutely fine with me. And yeah, and if we look at my other one, so let's say the mineral, same story, right? Like, if I bring this down to high, again, you don't see anything populate, but you know, you could just change it and then make a save for yourself. Look at my variant. My variant just has a little bit more, completes out the 10 out of 10 for the drones for it, and then gives it some consumable towers. And it, look at the price difference. So 11.5 versus 11, right? Absolutely worth the extra half a mil when you're dumping that kind of money on a ship. So I don't know why they would not have a complete drone complement. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I don't know why it wouldn't have like some sort of deployable setup, but I guess that's why they have the save template. Yeah, at this point, I'm just going to, well, I probably am just going to chill at this point. So eventually, when you know, and I'll probably end the stream, but I'm going to put it, just leave it on this note. You'll eventually get to the point where your station's just like, I don't care. Like, I don't want to sit there and micromanage these guys anymore, or watch them and make sure they're safe. Just you built a defensive fleet or 2 or 3 up, and you got them doing their thing, and you don't mind if you take some hits or whatever. So, you know, at that point, there's a very easy interface that a lot simpler than this. So right now, I also have to kind of babysit this station. I should put a satellite up over here, and I almost wish that the game would have like an alert state thing, so you could say, hey, if any of your satellites or that satellite, maybe you could select it and then say if you detect a capital ship, give me a special alert, right? And then, you know, I could be sitting back watching Netflix and then hear that alert or something, and, you know, have all the sound off but have it minimized, that kind of thing going on, and hear that alert and be like, oh, what's going on? Oh, a Xenon. Oh, look. Oh, 3 caves. Uh-oh, I better get the Asgard over there. Like, you know, yeah. But I can't do that right now. So I was going to say, easy way, go to player information, or shift I, go to account management, and all you'll do is accept all estimates. And what it's going to do is just balance everything out, right? So the station manager will get to the point where he'll have too much. So let's look at this guy. So this guy right now, I can't accept his estimate because I don't exactly have 19 million to give him, right? But he will keep accruing cash over time, and he will break over that if I don't keep taking money from him, which I'm going to. Spoiler alert, but as he gets over that, every time I hit accept all estimates, it'll take money from everybody and then reassign it, if you follow me. Now this station is actually costing me money. Are you kidding me? Like, I've given this chick millions, man. Oh, you've got to be kidding me right now. I'm not keeping this thing. This station sucks. Okay, well, that just convinced me right there. I'm getting rid of that damn hull part factory. So this is what you have to do to get rid of the factories. Also, if you're not using mods, because, you know, for some idiotic reason you can't sell your shipyards. I don't know why. I think it's really, really dumb, but hey, it is what it is. So I'm just gonna go into this and get rid of it because it's actually a draw on me at this point. I'm not making any money on this, and I've actually dumped money into this place, so it's a fire sale, and I don't even care, man. Like, you guys can come over here and just pick all this stuff up. See, I think you can just hit this and then hit. Oh, there's a way to just delete the module. Let me see. I know there's a way to do this. Let me see. I used to actually having to like delete modules. Oh yeah, here I just do like this. Sequence. Station manager is gonna be like floating out in space. Remove. Everything must go. Confirm. Absolutely. Yep. Just leave all that sitting out there in space. And And then we'll just go to logical overview and take all that cash. And then I believe you can get rid of the plot. So let me see. Should be able to just hit that. All modules have to be dismantled, so it disintegrates them fast. Like once you hit that, it's like they go like it takes forever to build them, but good God, they are quick Johnny on the spot on ripping the thing apart. This button will highlight up, or it should, and then I just get rid of that plot and oh, you can see them already disappearing, sharing inside. There. Can't happen fast enough. And I don't care. There's probably a bunch of floating goods sitting here now, and I absolutely could care less. Like, this makes me happy to finally be rid of this god-awful station. Oh, we're just waiting on the whole parts. Let's go. On. And remove plot. Okay. It shouldn't even show up. You may have to repopulate it. Yep, sure. Oh, what? Oh man, the build storage is still there. Ah, oh, God bless it. Can I dump this stuff? No, no one offers. Cool. I mean, do we need this or? Let's see here. Mission. No, man, we're not building. What funds for what station construction? There's nothing here. I'm gonna assume that just disappears over time because that would be really dumb for it to just sit there. It probably keeps the little parking slip slot for the build storage for a little while and then eventually cleans it up. But I shouldn't see it. Oh, I'm still seeing the build storage here. Oh well, it'll eventually, at least I'm not seeing it as like a actual factory. Now defensive platforms, I should probably go into that actually. Let me turn, oh, it keeps that on actually. Now in the station planner, I think I already had made a defensive platform, but I could click on Napoleon's Fortune, just to kind of show you. So, oh, well, I guess I already have like a station that I'm someday gonna build here for 21 million. That's not happening right now. So, and again, none of these. That's actually really, really cheap because these defensive platforms, I'm gonna tell you right now, are just expensive, super expensive. Like, especially Terran, me using Terran stuff, it's going to be kind of mind-numbing. Luckily, my one saving grace is that I'm using plasma guns for my large batteries. But you know, you could mix them up. Maybe you want to keep your plasma batteries on certain parts, but the other parts you want to have beam weapons. You know, you could, you know, whatever you want to do, man. You do you. But this is kind of a command and control. This would be a good command and control center, I think. There would be an amazing amount because every module you add of drones I could deploy. Every module you add to a station will add to the amount of drones that can be deployed, whether they're repair drones, cargo drones, or defense drones. And where things start getting really interesting is the more you can recover them faster because they'll have to be recovered by your dock area. And nobody, to my knowledge, beats the Terrans when it comes to their 4M 10S dock areas. So it means 4 medium ships, 10 small. The defense drones need a small landing pad, so this thing can recover 40 fighters every cycle. You know, the fighters will land and then go down into storage, and doors will come up and then shut, clam shut down over top of them, and then the next guys can land. So it can cycle through 40 fighters at a time, which is really good, like really good compared to the other dock platforms. On top of that, these things can, with 2 admin centers on here that I have set up like this, And then on top of that, well, let me amend this. So defensive platforms allow you to have even more drones, right? Like it's crazy, like the amount of drones that you'll have uh, by adding defense platforms for anything that's red in the administrative centers are considered to be defensive platforms, as well as command. You just think of it as like command and control center. Um, on top of that, I think these things also shoot out the drones, like almost like Battlestar Galactica mode. Like it's kind of crazy. It's just like, like the drones will. It's no joke how fast they can deploy the drones. They'll also be deploying from the landing pads, but I believe the administrative centers is also just shoot them out. It's nuts. It can also be kind of a pain in the ass because let's say you have like one fighter come in for a kamikaze attack on you and you like deploy 500 drones and for like the next hour you guys are trying and then one guy comes in again. So it's like they're like you're getting punks sort of kind of move, you know. Uh your station manager is just losing his sanity, you know, one drone at a time, coordinating all their landings and everything. But yeah, anyways. So yeah, that's expensive, um, expensive, and I don't plan on doing that anytime soon. Now, a basic defensive platform, though, like if you want to put it down to protect a location, that's of importance. So like, let's say I want to throw one down here between the gate to the Xenon and here. I don't plan on taking out the Xenon because I want them to be a drone but I want to protect my station at the same time. Well, I'm going to add defenses first and foremost to my own station. Then I'll put a real simplistic design down, right? And the design will just be setting them on angles. So, like, think of like a T. Like you're going to form a T with bridge platforms, which will look like. I'm going to show this for a second. So you basically go into here, go into defensive platforms. Argons will just picture this looks kind of almost the same, but a little more squared, right? So let's say we got this, right? And then you take your bridge defense, right? The Argons have the bridge defense as well. You're going to rotate that around to where you see it can snap, and then you just snap it down, bink, right? Now the real cool part about this is you can actually copy the module if you can hit it without hitting one of these like movement arrows. You know, copy module and it's going to copy it at that. Also the presets that are on it. So I'm trying to, good God, I hate sometimes the snapping in this game. All right, so we just go like that. And then let's say copy module. There, okay. And maybe cap it at both ends or something. I don't know. Get a little bit creative, I guess. You don't need much, right? Like maybe you want to, you know, get real fancy with it and put a couple wings going out or something like that. Make it look like something from a TV show or something. There you go. You got a real basic defensive platform. Then you just have to throw like a dock on the back of it and just off to the races you go, right? Like real easy. Save it. Name it like, you know, T-Force or something ridiculous or whatever you want to go for. Yes, I'm sure I want to discard those changes, but you get my idea, right? You just want to just think about keeping it simple, stupid, right? The KISS principle. So you just form a T. You're thinking of if you think if you were the pilot and you're approaching the thing, you want to have as many of the surfaces facing like overlapping fields of fire as possible. So that's why you're forming the T outwards. So even if somebody came at it at a wacky angle, they're gonna still get hammered, right? No matter what they do, they approach that platform any direction, up, down, top, left, right, sideways, any means, they're just gonna get schlocked. And it doesn't cost you that much because you're not building anything else on there. You're just making it nice, small, straight, to the point, good to go. And the cool thing about it is you go, okay, well, that might die to, you know, a Xenon attack or so, a couple I or an I or much K's come in and stuff. Okay, well, I would tell you two things. For one, your space station that you have sitting over here that's got all the turrets on it, it's absolutely going to get wrecked by that same fleet, right? So basically what your little defensive platforms are doing are acting as cannon fodder. So not only are they going to damage the opponent and hopefully maybe take them out, maybe lose a platform or two or some emplacements, you just replace it, no big issue, right? Especially if you save it as a blueprint. But by them eating up the damage and tying up the enemy, they're going to prevent them from destroying your critical station, right? You can get your main fleets there in time. Maybe you got like the equivalent of a QRF, right? Actually, that's what I would do later in later games to float between areas. I'll have like a fleet, and I'll have them on patrol. And they'll literally be named like QRF. And then kind of like I have these guys not, they shouldn't be named main base defense because they were initially defending my player HQ. But you could just set your QRF fleet, and that could be fast ships, right? Like Barbarossas, maybe a lot of Barbarossas. They're really fast ships, decently armed. Are they going to be able to do anything against a massive fleet? No, but fighters, they'll wreck. They'll absolutely destroy fighters. So like maybe 5 Barbarossas with some supporting Falxes or Nemesises, or get yourself an Asgard. Just keep in mind this dude's super slow in every way, shape, or form. Like yeah, it sucks. He's like a big cudgel, right? Like this dude's just that big, massive Korean oversized Cloud from Final Fantasy VII sort of weapon, that's just ridiculous. But if he hits you with it, you're absolutely gonna get, deaded. Yeah, this guy's not going to get on the scene too fast, but if he gets on the scene and there's still a fight going on, like everybody's going to rue that they didn't get out of there in time, sort of situation. The Barbarossas will get there on time. They're like the eager fighters who will get beat up. That's why you even see a health bar right now, because he thought he could do what the Asgard couldn't do. So now I told him, hey, you're going to defend the Asgard, so hopefully he stays closer to the Asgard instead of going off on a suicide run against like 2Ks. He survived that, by the way. The Barbarossa barely. I was able to teleport in, take control of the Asgard because the Asgard was busy looking at the bottom of my station while the Barbarossa's over here getting his rear end handed to him. So I just literally hopped in and turned the ship and fired the main gun. Done. Beep, beep. Killed 2Ks with one charge off the main gun. And for some reason, this guy was just fascinated with looking at my station. I'm telling you, these guys are like window lickers, man. Like, let's look. Yeah, he's getting up there. Yeah, no, that's not. That's the crew. With the captain sitting like, oh, hey, he's pretty damn experienced for. Yeah, that's actually impressive. But yeah. Anyways, you guys take care. I am going to pop off, make something to eat, go enjoy the night. But I'm trying to make these videos every night while I'm playing the game still because pretty soon I won't be probably playing as much. But I'm still a gamer, but I got my business thing going on. Summer semester has been a joke for me for grad school, so it's been really, really easy, super easy mode if I'm being honest. I'm not looking forward to the next semester though. But yeah, you guys take care. Happy gaming, and please, again, I get notifications when I see comments, and I try to respond to all of them right away. Usually, just because I know what it's like. You're a player, you're frustrated. I'm not trying to grow this channel. I'm not monetizing anything on this. So all I'm trying to do is help people out. So, anyways, take it easy and catch you around.